Hello again, viewers. It's time to do the traditional video. How much did that wee trip cost to Tenerife? So if you've been watching all the videos, thanks very much. We'll just go through the breakdown of what everything cost. I didn't pay in cash. I paid online most of the time. That's just for the thumbnail, just to let you know. So we'll go through everything, what it costs, a couple of wee bits of information. And before I start, I need to put my pound glasses on. But breaking news, viewers, these were not a pound. Let me tell you about it. Okay, what do you think of the cap? A few people said they didn't like the cap I had on. Time for a new cap, they said. So I brought out my old one that's been in previous videos. So let me know what you think. This cap, the other cap, let me know. Got these at Los Cristianos Market. I was really desperate because I had a couple of days where I didn't have any reading glasses. I had two pairs with me. I broke one, I lost one somehow, and it got to a stage where it was really frustrating me. I couldn't get any work done, so I desperately needed them, and they were €5. Can you believe that? The guy at the stall even says to me, I know you can get them in the pound shops, but these ones are better and sturdier, and they're €5. And I tried to haggle with him, and he wasn't bothered about it. But I was quite desperate, so I had to get them so I could actually see again. So anyway, don't pay €5 for reading glasses. Make sure you get it before you come, or go to the Chinese shop in Los Cristianos, like I should have done. Anyway, before we start, thanks so much for all the messages. People have been sending me messages on YouTube and Facebook asking how's the foot. A wee update on that. I spoke to a doctor and a podiatrist, and not too good, to be fair. It's not really improved much since I come back from Tenerife. I have been totally resting it, but it's really quite painful. I've got various exercises and stuff to do. That's going to take a lot of time. Quite possibly going to have to get a steroid injection, I think. If I wasn't doing any walks on YouTube and stuff like that and videos, then I probably could afford to just relax for a couple of months more than that. But we'll wait and see. I'll keep you posted if it does improve in the next few weeks. I have provisionally got hotels booked for a potential trip at the start of May. It's not Tenerife, it's somewhere else. I won't mention where just now because it might never materialise. It depends how my foot is, because at the moment I can't really walk about too much. We'll see how that pans out, because I'm going up to the Highlands of Scotland at the weekend and might be doing a couple of wee tiny walks there. If you're interested in that, I'll put them on my other channel. I'll leave a link below. If you're not aware, I've got another channel on YouTube if you're interested in that. So we'll just go over what the flights cost and what the hotels cost, where I booked them, etc. A couple of wee tips on how to get the best deals, and I'll let you know the overall cost. Before I start, just a wee shout out for the very kind donations for the guys recently who bought a wee coffee. So thanks to Derek, Dave, Alan and Jerry. Thank you so much for your kind donations. If you want a wee shout out in a future video, maybe when I'm over on Tenerife or somewhere else, or if I do a video like this, I'll leave a link below. And as I said, if you want, you can buy a wee coffee. But thanks so much for all your support, everybody watching the videos, watching them to the end. That's what helps the channel grow the most. I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So, Jet2 flights were £120 return from Glasgow. The wee tip that I always mention with Jet2, join their travel club. If you go to the website, you'll see at the top, there's a wee link to travel club. So join the travel club. You'll regularly get email offers at a 15% discount code. So I did get a wee bit off the flights. It was £120 return. Not the cheapest flights that I booked, but I went at quite a dear time. It was quite close to school holidays in Scotland. And also, to be fair, the price of hotels and flights has went up quite a lot recently. So £120 return was not too bad. I think the flight out was 50 something and the flight back was just over 60, I think. But roughly, it worked out £120 return. That included 10 kilograms baggage allowance with Jet2, so I didn't have to book any bags in. That done me fine. Just in case you weren't aware, I was in Tenerife for 8 nights in total. So I stayed 8 nights in total, stayed in quite a few places. I'll leave a link to 2 of the places I stayed in at the end. The first one was the Pension Player Hostel in Los Cristianos. The best deal I've ever had in Tenerife. If you're on a budget, or you just want a quick weekend away, or if you're maybe moving about the place, £17 for a single room, and the room was absolutely fine. It was one of the best places I stayed in this trip. I had the best sleep there. It was really strange because it's bang in the centre of Los Cristianos, right next door to a few tapas restaurants, next door to the Fountain Irish Bar, the Indian Tandoori's, round the corner from the Devon Arms. So location, absolutely brilliant. And I would really recommend it. If you don't mind, obviously, private room, but you're going to have like a communal bathroom. You're not going to have your own private bathroom. So if you're maybe staying for one night, checking out the next day and going to a nice hotel won't really affect you. But great deal, £17. I'll leave a link at the end up there somewhere. If you've missed it, I'll show you the room where it's located. Next one, the pension player was booked on booking.com, and it was booked on a mobile phone, £17. The same price on my PC and laptop. The same hotel, was £20. So a wee tip, if you're ever booking on booking.com, always check the price on your mobile phone and a laptop or a desktop. Quite often you'll see slightly different prices. So let me know at the end of the video if you've tried it and you can see that, but the prices can vary with booking.com. That was only one night I booked, so imagine you're booking 7 or 14 nights and there's a price difference maybe of £3 or £4 per night. It can work out quite a lot, so check it anyway. Next one, I stayed at the Los Diamantes 2 apartments. Now, that's the one right at the top, a cardiac kill in Los Cristianos. Wasn't the best of rooms. The room inside was okay. You'd have seen the video I done. The actual room wasn't too bad, but in the bedroom at the back there was a ventilator or some unit going off the whole night making a noise, and I couldn't really get much sleep in it, so I ended up sleeping in the sofa bed. You also see when I left that room at 8 o'clock in the morning, I had Bob the Builder next door doing up the flat as well, so I didn't get much luck with that room, but it was really cheap. It was £40 for a one bedroom apartment. It would have slept up to 3 people probably, so for me and my own, it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't recommend this exact room again, but maybe if you had a better room in the complex. That was done through booking.com as well. Next one, well, we went to Las Americas for 2 nights. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know I booked with Agoda.com, a private apartment, £33 a night. I couldn't find the apartment and the owner didn't respond to phone calls, so I ended up having to book in another accommodation. I'm in the process of trying to get my money back with Agoda.com with that one, so I'll let you know how that works out. At the moment, we'll leave that out of the costings, but we'll see how that pans out. So I had to book in the cheapest accommodation I could find in Las Americas for one night. That was the first mistake. If you've seen the video, you'd have seen the video obviously of the Playa Azul, Club 18 to 30, very, very noisy. I don't know if there's any quiet rooms in that complex, I would doubt it. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're young, maybe 18, 25, 30, and you just go to Veronica Strip and don't come in till 4 in the morning, then that'll be fine for you. But it's a really noisy complex, I don't recommend it. That was again booked through booking.com. I don't use booking.com that often, but in this trip I seem to use them quite a lot. So it was booked on the mobile phone, booking.com. And the next one, I stayed at the Sunset Bay in Costa Deque. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know that I really like the Sunset Bay. I had no worries going there. I knew I was staying in a nice complex. They've got the wee square with all the nice bars, Hair of the Dog, Sinatra's. You go down the stairs, you've got Maguire's, New Hoppies, Mickey O'Malley's, the Sun Inn. It's a great wee complex. £48.99 to be exact through booking.com. Oh no, sorry, that one was through trip.com. So it's trip.com. Again, booked on a mobile phone. That was the cheapest I could find. The official website was a lot more expensive. Sunset Bay, I'd recommend. And the last 4 nights was spent at the Beverly Hills, up Cardiac Hill again in Los Cristianos. Beverly Hills, it really depends what room you get located here. The room I got was very dated, that didn't really bother me. It was a studio apartment, it's £40 a night, so £163, so it was like £40.60 odd a night or something. This was booked through hotels.com, and you log in as a member, it's free, and it was what they call a secret price. So sometimes they've got 10-20% off accommodations. I don't find hotels.com are always the cheapest, but now and again they do have deals that are cheaper than everywhere else. So this was booked through hotels.com. Sign up as a member. I'll leave links to everything below. It's absolutely free. First room you'd have seen, I had the tree in the room and the balcony, so that wasn't the best room. I did get moved back to a fantastic view, an upper floor room, F203 I think the room is. So if you're going there, F203, the room inside's virtually the same as the other one. It's very, very dated, but the view was fantastic. For the view alone, the room I get moved to, I would definitely stay in the Beverly Hills again, but you're taking a risk booking there. If you get one of the rooms facing a wall or with a tree outside the balcony, then you're not going to enjoy it much. So it's a wee bit risky booking there. Would I stay again? Probably would risk it for a night or two, maybe not for a week or two, we'll see. So that was the room there. So the total for the flights and accommodation for 8 nights came to £437. It was not one of my best deals, but I was going in an expensive week from Scotland with the school holidays, and also the accommodation was all booked kind of last minute, so I didn't get great deals on accommodation. It would have come in cheaper if I got the two in Las Americas. It would have took off maybe £30, so it would have brought it down to about £400, but on average for a week it comes in at under £400. You can get that in Tenerife in basic self-catering accommodations. I'm moving it all over the place, so that basically means I don't really get the best deals. If you're staying in accommodation for 3-4 nights or even a week, you will get better deals. But anyway, let me know what you think, viewers. If you've stayed in any of the accommodations, let me know your thoughts. Playa Azul, I wouldn't stay in again, no way. If it was free, I wouldn't risk staying there. Sunset Bay, I'll be back again, like the complex. Just nice staff, nice people run the bars round about it, just like the complex. Beverly Hills, maybe. Los Diamantes 2, if I knew exactly where the room was, if it was up the top end maybe, possibly. If it was the same room in booking.com, I couldn't stay again because it was too noisy. And the wee hostel, Pension Player, I'm definitely going to stay there again. £17. I will need to get a single room. I'm not going to stay in any of the dorm rooms where you share with other people or anything like that. I'm a bit old for that. But a single room on my own, Pension Player, they just send you an email with a code to get into the complex, so there's no reception. You just punch in the numbers, and then when you go in, they give you another code for a wee box to pick up your key. But what a bargain. £17 to stay virtually on the beach in the promenade at Los Cristianos. Can't complain. So let me know what you think, viewers. If you're new to the channel, don't forget, hit the wee red button. It's just down there. I will leave a couple of videos that might interest you up there and down there. So if you've missed the videos, I'll leave a link to the £17 bargain single room, and I'll also leave a link to, let's see, another complex I stayed in. Not decided yet. You've probably seen all these videos, but in case you've missed them, let me know. So hopefully, a couple of weeks time, fingers crossed, if I can walk, I'll have a short trip, maybe 3 or 4 days somewhere else. Planning to be in Tenerife at the end of May for a very short family trip. I won't be able to do too many videos then, but I'll get a few done. We'll wait and see. I was just speaking to my Uncle Jack, my Uncle Peter. They're in the Buddies bar in Los Cristianos. I was speaking to them yesterday. They said the weather was glorious. Always good in Tenerife. The weather's really improved. And I think if you're going the next few weeks, you're going to have a great time. Thanks very much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.